So for our finals in drama, teacher Ray told us to tell like a story, I guess. So I chose to tell you guys about Little Red Riding Hood since this was one of my favorite books growing up. So anyway, let's get to the first chapter. I can already sense you guys getting bored through the phone, but don't worry. I'm not going to read it to you. I'm going to show you. Let me grab my box. Alright, I got my box and my characters ready. So, I present to you a Little Red Riding Hood told on a box by me. Let's get into the first scene.
It looks a little bit too dark in here. Can someone please turn on the lights? I said, can someone please turn on the lights? There we go, thank you. Okay, we can now begin. Once upon a time, there was a very beautiful blonde girl who lived in a village near the forest with her mother. One day, her grandmother gave her a very nice Red Riding cloak. This is why everybody in the village calls her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, "Did you call me, Mother?" "Yes, darling. Your grandmother is very sick. I want you to go to her house and take her this little basket with some bread and honey." "Yes, Mother. But don't stop in the forest and don't talk to strangers. Do as I say and get soon to your grandmother's house." "Yes, Mother." And Little Red Riding Hood went through the forest with a little basket for her grandmother, who lived in a nearby village. Along the way, she saw many beautiful flowers in the forest. "Oh, what a beautiful flowers! I will take some to my grandmother." She left the little basket in the ground to pick up some flowers, when suddenly...
"Good morning, Little Red Riding Hood. Ha 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 ha."
"Good morning, Mr. Wolf.
"Where are you going so early?"
I am going to my grandmother's house to take her this little basket with some bread and honey."
Ha 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 ha. "And does your grandmother live far from here, Little Red Riding Hood?"
"Oh no, Mr. Wolf. She lives just across the forest in the first little house in the village, the one with the white door."
"Goodbye, Little Red Riding Hood. I hope she gets better. And look, do you see that road?
"Yes, I do."
Just follow the road and you will get soon to your grandmother's house."
"Oh yes, I will. Thank you."
"Goodbye. Ha 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 ha."
Little Red Riding Hood kept looking for flowers, disobeying her mother, who told her not to stop in the forest and to get soon to her grandmother's house. Meanwhile, the wolf knocked at Little Red Riding Hood grandmother's house. "Who's there?"
"It's me, grandmother, Little Red Riding Hood, and I brought you a basket with some bread and honey. Come in, my little daughter. Push the door."
As soon as the wolf entered, he gobbled up Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother. Then he put on a nightgown, jumped into bed, and waited for the little girl. A few minutes later, Little Red Riding Hood arrived at her grandmother's house. She knocked at the door.
"Who's there?"
"Grandmother, it's me, your granddaughter, Little Red Riding Hood. I came here to bring you a little basket of some bread and honey."
Come in, my little daughter. Push the door.
Little Red Riding Hood entered the little house. She went straight to her grandmother's room, and in the bed there was the wolf dressed with her grandmother's clothes.
Come in, my little girl. Rest for a while.
Little Red Riding Hood sat in a chair and looked at her grandmother. "Oh, grandmother, how large arms you have!"
They are to hug you better, darling.
"Oh, grandmother, how big legs you have!"
They are to run faster, sweetie.
"Oh, and how big ears you have, grandmother!"
They are to hear you better, honey.
"And how big eyes you have!"
To see you better, little Red Riding Hood.
"Oh, grandmother, and why do you have those big teeth and that big mouth?"
They are to eat you better. Ha 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 ha.
And the wolf gobbled up Little Red Riding Hood. Then the wolf fell asleep. Meanwhile, a woodsman was passing by the little house, and when he saw the door opened, he entered, looked for the old lady, and then he saw the wolf.
The wolf is sleeping, and he's so fat. I hope I am on time.
Then he took the wolf by the neck and made him spit out the poor grandmother and Little Red Riding Hood, who were luckily still in one piece. Thank you, good woodsman.
This will be a lesson to you, little Red Riding Hood. Now you will never disobey your grandmother and your mother again.
The end.
So yeah, that was the story of Little Red Riding Hood. And thank you for making it to the end of this video. I know it may have been a bit hard to watch, but thank you so much. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and to give me a grade 4. I'm just kidding. But, if you enjoyed the video, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day today. Bye!